What's up, everybody? Tommy Muchler here, your lazy agent, and today I'm going to show you how to fully automate your real estate business using AI inside of the Lazy Agent CRM. More specifically, I'm going to be showing you how to automate all of your conversations, whether they're over email, SMS, Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, Google My Business, and even yes, AI-powered phone calls that do sound like a real human. And not only will these automations converse with the leads, qualify the leads or your customers, they're also going to turn them into booked appointments. On top of that, I'm also going to show you how to automate all of your social media, all of your lead nurture, your reviews, newsletters, and how to generate a crap ton of free real estate leads using the Lazy Agent CRM. So grab a notepad, pretend to take some notes because your real estate business is about to be fully automated. But before we jump into it, I did want to let you know that if you do decide to sign up, you can try out the Lazy Agent CRM for free. And on top of that, I'm going to give you 2 free courses, our Lazy Agent Jumpstart course and our Secret ChatGPT automation course, along with our entire perfect follow-up campaign collection. This is the exact same follow-up campaigns that I've used over the last few years to make over $322,000 in commission, working less than 10 hours a week inside of my real estate business in 1 year. So even if you cancel the free trial and you don't want to use Lazy Agent CRM, you can still keep these 2 courses and our entire follow-up campaign collection that normally sells for $2,000. And yes, I've sold a lot of packages at $2,000 of our entire follow-up campaign collection. I'm just going to let you keep it all for free, just for merely trying out the Lazy Agent CRM. But with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, now the first tool I want to show you inside of the Lazy Agent CRM is going to be our Magic Inbox. Now this inbox is really cool because it does a lot of things. We're going to get into the AI and all that other stuff for the automation, but the way the inbox is designed is basically we want to have one centralized place where you can see all your conversations. So right here, you're going to see not only your text messages, your phone calls, your voicemails, your emails. You're also going to see your chats and integrations. You're going to see my Facebook Messenger integrations. You're going to see my Instagram. So like anyone that messages you on Instagram, you're going to see them. And you're going to see your Google My Business. So anyone that talks to you over Google My Business and messages you, you're going to be notified right here and see those conversations. Additionally, WhatsApp. I know a lot of people like to use WhatsApp. And if that's you, you can use it inside of our Magic Inbox and you can see the entire conversation. So you can see everything right here. You'll be able to designate only what accounts are connected. You'll see right here. So right now we just got SMS and email. But if someone's going to talk to you over Instagram or Facebook or WhatsApp or Google My Business, you would see multiple tabs here. Now, this is not the contacts page. This is just the conversations panel. If I were to click on this lead right here, click on his name, you'll be then brought to our contacts page where you can see all the contacts information. You can add additional buyer information, seller information. Property alerts will be integrated very soon. Just for those of you that want to know, you could basically see everything here, all your activities. You could see upcoming tasks, any notes, any appointments. We don't have any appointments booked, and then documents for document storage as well. And then of course, we can send texts and emails or whatever we want. And we got like a ton of templates too already built in. Additionally, something that's really cool, if I wanted to, inside of the conversations pad. Now this is the contact page, whereas this is our conversations panel where we can see all of our conversations, aka our Magic Inbox. Now something really cool, for example here, if I wanted to, I could select a template to follow up with Steve here at any point. All I got to do is select a template, click use, and then instead of sending right now, a really cool feature is I can actually schedule it out. So I can have this text message get scheduled out at a later date. This is cool if you do decide not to use a full AI system or maybe use like a half and half AI system where it's half human, half AI, and you want to schedule out text messages, emails, Facebook or Instagram messages to go out at a later date. Maybe say you have a conversation with the lead and you're like, okay, I got to follow up with this guy in 2 weeks. I'm going to just go ahead and write the text message right now and have it follow up with them in 2 weeks. Now, let's go ahead and show you some of the AI conversations we have going on here inside of our Magic Inbox. Now, this lead right here got sent the text message a while ago. Basically, a few text messages went out before he actually responded, but then he responded like, hey, Tommy, how are you? Received your text, blah, 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 blah. And the AI started following up with them. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let me know if you know when you're ready to go, just because obviously the lead indicated that they're not quite ready to buy right now. So the AI is not going to be pushing them to do anything right now. Steve then sent some some pictures of him and his family because, I mean, I've been in contact with Steve for a while, so he kind of knows who I am, right? But here's another really cool thing inside of the CRM. Now, the lead doesn't get this information because think of this conversation tool right here or this inbox, the magic inbox, as kind of like a timeline, kind of like an old school Facebook timeline where you can see all the activity. So the lead doesn't see this, but inside of the CRM, ChatGPT updated the lead and moved Steve from our hot pipeline stage to our nurture stage. And it did that automatically based on the conversation that is taking place. Now, this is completely customizable. You can edit this however you want. This is just how I built it inside of the CRM. Now, here's another example of another lead right here. And you can see there's a pretty long conversation. Basically, what happened is the lead called and left a voicemail, as you can see here. Now, I don't answer my phone. Like I don't. I get too many calls. I cannot answer my phone at all. So what happened is the CRM then texted him after the call saying, hey, sorry, Mr. Call, how can I help you? And I don't know why I got double sent. I think that was a mistake. Oh, he called twice. That's why. So he called twice. So he got texted twice. He said, hey, good to talk to you. Blah, blah, blah. And he's saying like, hey, look, I'm ready to buy. Call me for details later today. So as you can see, the CRM then immediately updated him as a hot lead because it identified him as ready to buy here ASAP. And then the AI then sent a message saying like, good, let's book a call, the time, and talk about when you are available. So then the AI then sent him a message saying like, hey, let's book a time and talk about your home goals. He then sent it back saying like, hey, I should be taking lunch at 1300 hours. So he even said 1300 hours. He threw out military time there, right? That wasn't even an option. Like I'm normal time right here. And so then the CRM then automatically, again, the lead doesn't see this because this is more like a timeline of everything that goes on, then booked an appointment. Now that appointment then goes on my calendar. I get notified like, hey, I need to call Paul at 1 o'clock on Thursday. And then of course you can set up additional automation. Maybe you want to send out like videos or other emails and texts. Like you can customize this however you want. So this is just what I do inside of my CRM. And as you can see, that appointment got sent right away. Now there's some other really cool stuff here. Obviously we had some more conversations with the lead. We then called the lead, talked to him, all that jazz. But let's just say like, hey, I don't like how this text message was worded. You can actually train the AI by giving it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And what happens if you give a thumbs down for the AI? So we'll kind of move into the conversational AI here. You'll see you have like this little box basically like, hey, this is what the lead said. So like when the lead says this, I want you to say something along the lines of whatever. So you can like retype this all out and you could follow up with the lead. Then the AI will then follow up with the lead in those circumstances. So again, this is ChatGPT powered. So even if you like misspell things or it's worded a little bit different, like if they roughly ask this question or they roughly make this statement, the AI is then going to follow up accordingly. Again, because it's ChatGPT powered, it's going to understand all the little minute nuances, which is really important when we're going to be having these real authentic conversations with our leads. Now, a really important feature I want to show you before we dive into some other really important stuff is going to be our calendar tool. Now, the reason the calendar tool is so important is because the whole point of this business is to book appointments. Like we have to book appointments. We have to book home tour appointments, consultation appointments, listing presentation appointments. Like there's all sorts of appointments that we need to book. And we use AI and along with some other tools like funnels to be booking these appointments. Now there's tools out there that you can use that have these really fancy calendar integrations that look like this. So like actually this is our calendar integration for our tool. This is if you want to book a call and talk to me about Real Broker. This is just one of our calendars. I got literally like hundreds of them. But the way the calendar works inside of the Lazy Agent CRM is it tells you when you have to do a task. So like follow up with a lead if you decide to turn that on. But more importantly, more than anything, it's for appointments. And being able to see all your appointments, again, you can have multiple calendars, is really, really important. Now, I know a lot of CRMs really don't do calendars justice, but we do a really good job here. Now, to give you an example, I have a few different calendars built out inside of my Lazy CRM, and that is because they do different things. If it's a consultation appointment, I'm going to want to meet with that client, kind of like with Paul. I'm going to want to book a Zoom consultation or maybe a phone call consultation and talk to them about their home goals and see where they're at. If it is a home showing request, I'm going to want to have a home showing calendar because I might want to have different automation going out, different time durations. It's a totally different event. I might want to have different events for that. Now, this is a little bit complicated. Like don't overthink this, but like you can have multiple calendars inside of your system for different events. But let's go ahead and click on our consultation appointment calendar, just so you can kind of see what that looks like. So again, if you ever use like a tool like Calendly, this basically completely replaces Calendly. So you can update a logo for your calendar, you can name the calendar, give it a description, do all sorts of stuff. Like for me, this is like my buyers and seller consultation calendar, give it a color. You can define the availability. So when are you available? What are the meeting intervals? Are you going to set a maximum bookings per day? Like I can only talk to, 10 clients a day, or only show 2 homes a day, or meet with 2 different buyers to show homes a day. Like you have all these different things inside of the calendar. You can sync it with your external calendar. You can set up notifications. Obviously, you can set up notifications inside of our automations that we'll talk about later. But if you just want to do it in the calendar and keep it simple, you can. You can have Google Calendar. So if you use Google Calendar, which you should, it's a great calendar system. It'll send automations and alerts for you. And then there's just a ton more customization options as well, in addition to forms. So like, for example, like you can incorporate different forms. So for this calendar, for example, is my Real Broker consultation. So if you want to talk to me about joining Real Broker, this is just an example. I should have pulled up a buyer consultation form, but I did not. I don't know why I just grabbed this one. But if you want to, you can click on any of these calendars, select a time that's available to meet and talk with me, and then you hit continue, and then you fill out your information. Now, if you want to, you can add additional questions, information, surveys, like a ton of other stuff here if you want to when it comes to booking appointments. So if you want to get more information from your clients, you can get that information. Now, obviously, when the AI is conversing with the lead, it's not going to be sending a calendar link like, hey, click this link to book an appointment. No, like it's going to be conversing with the lead. So it might not grab all that other information. However, if it's talking to the lead and it says like, hey, like what's a good name for you? Or what's a good email for you? Maybe you're talking to the lead over like Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger. It's going to then autofill that information into the lead's profile, so you don't have to manually add it. Now let's go ahead and take a look inside of the AI inside of the Lazy Agent CRM. Now we got about 3 different AIs that you can utilize inside the Lazy Agent CRM. They're all very powerful and they all kind of do different things. It gives you a lot of different options, from the more done for you, like just turn it on and let it run, to the more complicated, like I want to really fine tune this AI and have it work in a very specific way to do very specific things. We got a lot of different options. Our first AI option is going to be our conversation AI tool that you can find in the settings area. Right off the bat, we got 3 different modes. We have off, so you can just turn the AI off. We have our suggestive mode, where it's just going to have like a little pop-up window like, hey, I suggest you should respond to the lead this way. And of course, you can interject that message, or you can just ignore it altogether. It's a really good tool if you want to like fine tune your AI and make sure it's like tuned perfectly just the way you want it to use it. And then we just have full on autopilot mode. It is in beta right now, just so you know. We're just still working on a couple little kinks, but we do have our full autopilot mode. Now, supported channels, we got quite a few different channels. Right now we got Instagram, Facebook, texting. We have our chat widget, like a website chat widget. We have WhatsApp, and then coming very soon will be Google My Business integration. We got a couple more settings where you can then basically name the AI, turn on like how many messages do I want to go out before I want it to turn off? Like, do I want to wait like 2 minutes between responding? Like I have mine set to 20 seconds. Like maybe you don't want the AI to sound like an AI, so you want it to respond after a certain amount of time. We also have bot training, where you can then customize your responses. So you can like give it like a ton of information. Like you can be like, yeah, we recommend John Block with Guild Mortgage. Here's his contact information. So you can customize all these responses however you want. You can even upload your own website, where it's going to crawl your website, grab all the information off your website so it can learn more about you and your business. Additionally, you can configure intents like, hey, do I want this to be a booking bot, or do I want it just to answer general support questions? What calendar do I want it to go to? I want it to sync with our consultation calendar. Now, again, it's not going to be sending a link. We could turn that on to where it just sends a link, but instead it's going to converse with the lead and book the appointment based off of the conversation it's having with the lead. You can also dictate the conversation flow. So you can say like, hey, I wanted to ask these questions in this order. What is your timeline for moving? Why are you needing to move? Would you like to book a call to talk about reaching your home goals? So you can have it ask all these different questions in a particular order. So again, try and qualify the lead a little bit more, or just kind of converse to the lead and learn more about them. Now let's move on to our automations tab. Now in our automations section inside of the Lazy Agent CRM is incredibly powerful, because it's where you can go to automate everything. And I mean everything. This is where you can go to build your own AI booking bot. This is where you can send out all your automations for all of your appointments. This is where you can send out your automated text messages and emails and Facebook messages and Instagram messages or postcards or literally anything you want. Like you can set up all your automations right here inside of the workflow section. Now, before we go ahead and show you how this works, I did want to show you one quick thing is you're going to see that this is already preloaded with a lot of my automations already built in. These are our file cabinets. So if I were to click on one, let's just say our new lead automation workflow, you're going to see all these different automations already built inside of the Lazy Agent CRM that are ready to follow up and nurture your leads. Now they're turned off by default, so you will have to turn them on. I would recommend taking a look at them. For example, let's just open up our open house automation real fast, and you'll see we have this automation that works for all of our open house leads. Now, the way automations work generally is we have something called a trigger. Now, a trigger can be literally anything you want. In fact, we got different options for triggers. Like, look at all these different options. You could do anything you want. It could be like an inbound phone call. It could be a birthday reminder. It could be a tag was added. It could be a form was submitted, a Facebook lead, a LinkedIn lead, a TikTok lead. You could be entering a pipeline stage, an appointment was booked. Like literally anything you could imagine could be a trigger. Even start a IRV, if you know what those are. That's really, really cool. That's for like inbound phone calls. Again, we'll also have our AI phone call service being integrated here very soon. It should be here by the end of the year. So look for it around Christmas time. It's not in here right now, but you will see it very soon. But basically a trigger is going to start our automation. Now, after our open house automation starts, so this is like going to be like every time someone registers for an open house, and we could do something really easy here, like submits an open house form. All we would have to do is click form and then select what kind of form we want. And we would just say the form is our open house form. I don't have one built on this account, so I'm just going to go ahead and select form 3 for now, just as an example. Now, after someone registers at my open house, 2 hours later, a text message is going to go out. Now, this text message is just going to say something simple along the lines of, hey, I want to shoot you a quick text thanking you for stopping by open house. Let me know if you need anything. Have a great day. And then it follows up with a second text right here where I just say, P.S. This is Tommy, the realtor with Real Broker. So again, that's going to autofill all your information so you don't have to like update anything. It's just going to work for you. 3 hours later, our buyer or seller logic is going to kick into place. Now, we have an option inside of the CRM where you can do something called conditional logic or conditions. Basically, you can make these branches and you can make as many branches as you want. So like you can just keep adding branches, but basically if the lead is a buyer lead, they're going to go down this branch. If the lead is a seller lead, look away, they're going to go down this different branch and they're going to get entirely different automations. So if they're a seller lead, the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to get sent to HomeBot. HomeBot is a great tool if you've never heard of it. It sends like home valuation reports with like a ton of like rental data. They're really, really cool. I like to send all those to HomeBot or all of our sellers. So all of our seller leads are going to get sent to HomeBot. After they get sent to HomeBot, another condition is going to get applied. And that asks the question, is the seller selling in 6 months or less, or are they not selling? So it'd be like 6 months or more. Based on what they say, is going to put them in a different stage in our pipeline. So if they are looking to sell within the next 6 months, I'm going to put them in the warm pipeline. Now, our pipeline tool, for those of you that know, especially if you followed my channel, you guys already know this. Our pipeline tool is how we manage all of our leads and how we organize them. So we have all of our leads here, and we have these different stages inside of our pipeline. So we have our new leads, our nurture leads, our cold leads, our warm leads, hot leads, our appointments booked, our active clients, under contracts, and closed. So based on where a lead is inside of our pipeline, they're going to get followed up with different types of automations. If the lead is going to sell within the next 6 months, they're going to get thrown into the warm pipeline and get followed up with about every other week or so, which is how I set up my automation. Again, you can set up your automation differently. That's just how I set up my information. So if a lead's ready to sell or buy within the next 6 months, they're going to get followed up with every other week. However, again, if they click the box and they're going to do this on our open house form, that they're not ready to sell for 6+ months, I'm going to put them in the cold pipeline where they'll then get followed up with every single month. And if we go to our buyer logic, it's something very similar. So again, I just asked another conditional question, do they have an agent already? Because if they have an agent, I'm going to follow up with them very differently than whether or not they do have an agent. So if they have an agent, we're going to be sending them an email saying like, hey, great to meet you. Let's talk about your home buying goals. However, if they do have a realtor, I'm going to send them a message saying like, hey, let me know if you ever need a backup realtor. I'd love to give you a second opinion. Again, some realtors might not like that text or emails I send out, but the truth is they work. Like realtors suck at following up. Like, at least that's been my experience. That's why I built the Lazy Agent and the CRM and all this stuff right here. I know most of you realtors suck with following up because I steal your deals all the time. And all I do is just say like, hey, do you need anything? Like all I'm doing, I'm not like poaching any realtors for their clients. I'm just saying like, hey, I know you're working with someone else. If you need anything, let me know. I'm here to help. And then they come to me because I'm actually talking to and responding to leads all day long. Now that open house automation was a little bit more intense than probably some of you are thinking, like, holy cow, that sounds really complicated. It's really not that complicated. Again, all this stuff is already pre-built in here for you if you want to use it. And of course, you can customize your own stuff if you'd like to. Here, let's look at some more simple automations for you guys so you're not overwhelmed and scared by some of the automations that we have going on. I'm going to go ahead and show you our warm buyer follow-up. So this is going to be a follow-up sequence for all of our warm buyer leads. So then once they enter this automation, they're going to get a hit with a wait timer. So they're going to have to wait 15 days. And just so you know, you can have some advanced options. So you can say, like, I want this trigger to only go between like certain days and times and windows. You can also wait for like certain events, like for like an appointment. Like, you have a ton of options here inside of this wait trigger. Like, you can really customize a lot here. Like, there's a lot you can do. Or you can just keep it really simple, which is what I would recommend. I'm a big believer in keep it simple, stupid. 15 days later, we then send our first text message. 2 minutes go by, we then send another text message. P.S. How are you? 15 days later, we send an email, and so forth and so forth. So just every 15 days, we're sending an email or we're sending a text message, just kind of checking in, seeing how the lead is doing. Again, we're trying to start that conversation. And then once the lead responds, either you can take over the conversation or you can let the AI take over the conversation with the ultimate goal of booking the appointment. You can also build some advanced automations yourself, like your own custom ChatGPT bot. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing it this way, but you could. So one thing you can do is let's select our trigger. Let's go ahead and select contact replied. So every time the customer replies, we're going to start this automation. Now, I want to filter this down a little bit. Let's say reply channel. So based on what channel they're on, we can select obviously a ton of different things. We can say Google My Business, SMS, which is texting, email. Let's go ahead and say the reply channel is email. So when they reply to us over email, I'm going to want to create an action, and we can have a ton of options in here. Just like, again, there's a million of them. I'm going to select the workflow AI ChatGPT. So again, right in here, we have a ChatGPT bot built right in, and I'm going to say, please respond to this email and try and book an appointment. You can get really creative with these prompts, and a lot of my prompts are significantly longer than this, but I just want to use this as an example. They would say, here is the message you are responding to. We're then going to click on this little price tag right here where we're going to grab our dynamic content. So if anyone that's used a CRM before, you know you can like autofill information. We're going to autofill the message. So whatever the message was that the lead responded with, we're then going to then autofill into that spot. We'll go ahead and click save action. We'll then select another action and we'll go ahead and select email. We'll fill out all of our information right here. For the subject line, I'll just type and I'll just grab the message body subject line. And then for a message body, I'm just going to put a few dynamic pieces of content. I'm going to go to our custom values. I'm going to go ahead and select ChatGPT response. I'm then going to select our user signature. And then just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and throw in the last message they sent. So it looks like I'm replying live to their email. So I'm just going to go ahead and select the original message sent. Now, this is going to get autofilled with their response, my email signature, and then the last message they sent. Now, of course, I can also type in a bunch of other stuff like, Tommy Mutchler, realtor. I can like add like my own stuff into here. Like, you can do whatever you want. But if I do it this way, it's just going to autofill with the relevant information for the lead. Now I click save. Now we have an AI bot that'll work over email. Now you can use this a ton of different ways. I wouldn't actually recommend using it this way. I just wanted to show you an example on how you could use it. Here's a different automation on how I'm using the ChatGPT. Again, you could do so many different things with this ChatGPT workflow automation. This is my lead monitoring bot. Basically, anytime a lead responds anywhere over any channel, this bot does one thing and one thing only, and it monitors the conversation and it takes notes for me and it moves the lead down different pipelines based on however the lead responds. So again, here, if I were to click on this, you have this big long prompt that I have built in here that will then activate and organize the lead, letting the system know how we should follow up with the lead based on the conversation we're actively having. So there's lots of different ways that you can use this tool inside the Lazy Agent CRM. Now, just so you know, if this all sounds complicated, don't worry, I have really detailed courses on how all this stuff works inside of the Lazy Agent CRM. So I'll show you how to use this, and you don't have to use this. Like, I don't recommend like you start out using this stuff. This is more like, hey, let's start automating more stuff down the road. Like, this is stuff you can do. A lot of this is like more hypothetical, not hypothetical because I'm using it inside of my real estate business, but for you, like, you might want to like start slow and then work up to your way up to this. And when you're ready, like, it's already built into the CRM for you. So if you really want to, you could just turn it on and let it be done. Again, it's going to be turned off by default. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to our marketing section inside of the Lazy Agent CRM. Now, this is a really powerful tool for doing email newsletters, all of your marketings, creating templates, all your social media, and it's all AI powered too. So you can do some really cool stuff here. Now, first up, we'll just look at our social media planner. Now, we can connect a ton of different accounts. You can connect your TikTok, your Instagram, Google My Business for auto posting there. YouTube integration is coming very soon. It should be here in the next month or two, and so many other things. Now we'll go ahead and just click new post, and you're going to see we got a few different options here. You can upload from CSV. So if you were to like plan them all out in like an Excel file or something, like you can upload all your social media content and just have it ready to go. You can also import RSS posts. So if you use like an RSS feed, if you know how to use that, like that's a great way to create automated content. We have our content AI in here. So if you want to, you can click on that and you can create some social media content. But for example's sake, we'll go ahead and just click on create new post. Now, first up is you're going to want to select what type of account you want. Now we can have multiple accounts. We can add groups. We can add pages. We got a lot of different options here. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a few different accounts right here. And as you can see, we could do general posts. Posts can include pictures and videos. We could do stories, so like Instagram stories, Facebook stories, you can do those. And then of course we could do like reels. Now reels fall under the category of like TikToks and YouTube shorts and all those things as well. And if you really want to, you can even select customize for each channel. Now, instead of writing a post, I'm going to go ahead and use our AI tool. So if you want, you can just type out a bunch of stuff and then you can have like the AI like fix it. I'm just going to go ahead and click generate new. And I'm going to go ahead and just write a quick prompt about the housing market. So we'll just go ahead and quickly add a title. We added a brief description. I just kind of wrote a little bit about like, hey, like the interest rates are 8%, housing prices are still holding. Like you can import like literally anything you want. Like a lot of times I'll just grab information from the MLS and I'll just like paste it in here like market report, and it will like turn that market report like into an actual post. It's actually really cool. For our writing tone, I like to do sarcastic. I don't know why, that's just me. And then for our length, you can do a custom length. I'm just going to select small for now, and I want 3 variations. So gonna go ahead and generate the content. As you see, we got 3 different posts, and if we don't like any, we can regenerate a new one. I'm gonna go ahead and select this post right here. This looks good, because why not? We'll go ahead and select that post, and I want a photo. So like, why not use a photo? Now, first up, we can just upload a photo from our media library, or we can use AI to create our own social media post photo. And I'm gonna go ahead and do something. You can just say whatever you want. Like I can say, so I just gave it a prompt, like I want like a picture of a house. You can write a picture of your house. We also integrate with like Upsplash and PicMonkey. So like you can get like a ton of free stock photos as well, but I'm just gonna create a new one. Actually, let's do it with the house on fire, because why not? I don't know if we can actually do that or not. We'll see if it lets me. And then for our image type, I'm just gonna do photo. I would recommend photo. It usually works the best. And I want 4 variations. And there we go. We got a few different houses. One's on fire. Actually, these are all kind of good. Let's see. Which one do I want to use? Let's use that one. Sure, why not? But maybe then I would like write like a different caption, like, hey, the housing market's like on fire, right? Then for our post, we got a few different options. We can save it for later, or we can schedule it out. Now, I can send this post for approval. So let's just say you hire like a VA or someone to like create a bunch of social media content for you. Maybe you want them to like send it to you for like approval. So you can do that. You could schedule it out for later. So I could pick like a date and a time for this post to go out. Or of course, you could just post it right now. Now let's move on to our email campaigns. Now email campaigns, it's literally like MailChimp or MailerLite or Constant Contact or any of those platforms, except it's way easier to use and has a lot more features. So like really powerful stuff here. Instead of campaigns, let's go to templates real fast just to kind of show you how this works. Now I already got this preloaded with a ton of templates for you, so don't worry about them. Take a look at what I got. We also have, you can add your own templates too. So you can check out different templates from our template library if you want to use one of those, or you can use one of mine that are already built in here for you. Well, let's go ahead and click on this newsletter template, for example, and we have this really nice email editor built in. So as you can imagine, we have all these different elements. We have all these different templates. Again, we have our photos, we can add videos, we can add custom code, all of our social media, text, logos, different layouts. We can add FAQs. This FAQ tool actually is really, really cool because depending on the inbox you're using, so it's not going to work in Gmail, but it works in like a lot of platforms like Apple Mail. People can actually click on this dynamic content and it will like open and close. So like we have this full-on email editor. And of course, like if you're wondering, of course you can we have our content AI, so you can have your AI write your entire newsletters for you, as you probably should, because let's be real, why wouldn't you have the AI write newsletters for you? It's easy. You just copy the market data into here and tell it what to write, and it's going to be done in like 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, like 30 seconds. Like your whole newsletter is going to be done. Pick a good image of whatever you want, of a house, or maybe upload a video, or just if you don't have one, you want something specific like the entire neighborhood on fire or something, just have the AI make that for you. We also have our reputation manager built inside the Lazy Agent CRM, so you can see all of your reviews over Facebook and Instagram and all those places. And we have, of course, an AI tool, not only help you request more reviews, but also reply to all of your reviews. It's just good to reply to reviews. People like it. Google likes it. Facebook likes it. And it's really easy. It just does it for you in one click of a button. Bada boom, bada bing. There it's done. It's generated a review for us, and we could just easily send it. We also have this cool tool called Yext that we integrate with. So we don't build Yext. Yext is a platform. It's pretty expensive, but basically what it will do is it'll take like your Google My Business account and it will sync it to everywhere. It'll sync it onto like Apple Maps, onto Waze, onto Siri, onto Alexa, like all these different platforms, like even like American Express, Yellow Pages, Bing. Like it's going to put your entire business profile everywhere. Unfortunately, it does cost a little bit extra because we didn't build it. Like we're just passing on these expenses to you, but it's really, really powerful, especially if you want more leads just calling you. So if you want more free leads, really great tool. Next thing I want to show you is our funnel builder. So if you've ever followed like ClickFunnels or you've ever heard of them, like you probably know like funnels are like the best way to generate leads. Like there's nothing better. In fact, many of you might even be in one of my funnels already right now. But the best way to explain what a funnel is just to go ahead and show one. So I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. We're going to go ahead and click on a buyer funnel. Now think of a funnel as kind of like a mini website. Basically, it's like a landing page, except it generates really high quality leads. It educates your leads and it can learn more about them. So for example, for our buyer funnel, basically it's this 3-step process. We have 2 other steps down here, but they're just our privacy and terms and conditions. Basically, we got 3 steps here for anytime we want to generate a buyer lead. So for example, we'll just go ahead and now you can make this funnel look however you want. Now you got like a ton of editing options. I'm not going to go through them right now, but let's just say like we have a lead come in, like I want to get an exclusive list of homes that are under $500,000. Really popular ad campaign, works really well generating leads, but I want to ask them some questions. Like, tell me more about like your homes. Like before we send them to you, like you got to tell me more about what you're looking for. So we'll ask all these different questions. They can answer them. What do you think your credit score is? Like, what's your price range? Do you currently rent or own? You can actually generate really high quality leads. Enter in your home address. How much money do you have for a down payment? Tell us more about your situation, fill out your contact information, hit submit, and then it will take us to our calendar booking page. Now they can pick a day that works good for them, and then they can select a time that works, and then it's going to carry over their contact information because it's going to remember, the CRM is going to remember their information so they don't have to input it again. And we're going to go ahead and confirm the appointment. Then once they book their appointment, they're going to be led to this page where they can watch a quick video about buying a home. They can then view all homes for sale, get a free home bot report, and then of course you got some reviews and what they can expect next. Now you can basically build these funnels however you want. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull up a different funnel and show you what the builder looks like. Now you can build websites this way. You could build websites under our website tab, by the way. You also have a WordPress editor. So if you want to, you can just bring your WordPress website in and integrate it that way. Or you can use our easy drag and drop website builder. It's really up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and show you this other booking funnel that we have built out. So this is just kind of like kind of like our general calendar. I like to stick this page like on like a lot of my YouTube videos, like need help buying or selling a house, book a call. And then they'll book a call right here. And then of course, after they book a call, they'll then be taken to a survey page. So kind of a little bit, it's actually the exact opposite of that first funnel that I just showed you. So once they book a call, they then move to our survey page where we can collect a little bit more information about them. Now, you could build this however you want. This is just how I build it. Obviously, it really depends on the type of leads you're generating, where they're coming from. If you're having leads download an exclusive list of homes, you don't want to take them to a book a call page right away. You want to say like, tell me more about your home search. However, if you're running like a Facebook ad or you're running YouTube videos like, hey, come work with me, you're then going to want to lead with a book a call page. Now, our website builder, just so you you know, is incredibly robust. So you can build literally anything you want. You can collect any of these icons. We have literally every tool feature you can think of. We even have custom codes. We have timers, countdown timers, progress bars, social media icons, videos, images, FAQs, pictures, bullets, bullet lists, headlines. We can optimize all of our SEO information just so we're optimized with SEO. You can see what it looks like on mobile as well. And on the right side, just for our headline, you can see we got a ton of options when it comes to editing our headline or really all of the elements inside the Lazy Agent CRM. Again, if you are familiar with ClickFunnels or any of those platforms like that, you can also build your own funnel from templates. Like we have thousands and thousands of templates that you can choose from and look for and get inspiration from a ton of different industries and niches and make whatever type of funnel you want for generating high quality leads. You know, some of my favorite funnels are going to be like webinar funnels, VSL funnels, or some sort of video type of funnel. You know, I'm a big fan of like running like live training groups. So like I'll do like a live webinar with teaching a first time home buyers class with like a call to action, like, hey, sign up for my webinar. And then after the webinar, like, hey, come work with me, like book on a call to work with me. You can build literally any type of funnel you could possibly think of for generating really high quality leads. Or you can make really basic funnels. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Linktree. Linktree is a really cool tool where you can put on your social media platforms, especially like Instagram, where you can only have like one link. You can basically build like your own little like mini website however you want. You can add any tool or feature you want, add multiple buttons, social media icons, and just links to different websites. And again, literally every aspect of this is fully customizable. Now, there's a ton more features that I haven't had the time to go over with you in this video. We have a really powerful mobile app. You could do video texting. You can launch easy done-for-you ads inside of our ads manager. We have property alerts, listing alerts integration coming very soon. And we have a direct mail integration so you can send postcards, handwritten letters, and custom gifts to literally anyone. You just set it up in the automation workflows and you could be sending mail and gifts to people. The goal of the Lazy Agent CRM is to fully automate your business. Now, I'm not going to pretend that you're not going to have to set it up a little bit. You get a copy version of my business, of my systems, and you're going to want to fine tune them a little bit to your business because let's be real, your business is a little bit different than my business. But once you set up the Lazy Agent CRM and fine tune it exactly how you want it, it's going to fully run your real estate business to the point where all you got to do is go on appointments and close deals. In fact, you might even get to the point where I am, where I just pass all the appointments and deals off to people on my team and I just collect referral commission checks. So if you want to try out the Lazy Agent CRM, there's going to be a link down below for a free trial. And again, you're going to get those 2 free courses, our secret ChatGPT automation course, our Lazy Agent Jumpstart course, along with our entire follow-up campaign collection that you can keep even if you decide you don't want to keep the CRM. Obviously, all those campaigns are going to be loaded into the CRM. You're also going to get hard digital copies that you can download and just keep forever. So even if you decide to leave the Lazy Agent, go to another CRM, you could take these courses and all my high converting campaigns that work so well and that have made me over $1 million, you can just keep them. So with that said, check the link below, give the Lazy Agent a try, and I will see you guys in the next one.